Thank you. And welcome to the age-friendly Millinocket May 16th meeting, 3 p.m. at the library. This is no roll call. Has everybody had a chance to look at the minutes? Thanks.
Is that something we needed to print here?
We are having a printer issue and right now we cannot print.
Would you like me to share it on my screen?
That would be wonderful. Thank you, Amber.
Yeah, but we can scroll through it quickly and get a motion, acceptance of them. Yeah, I've been speaking with Jane regarding formalizing this committee like other town committees. In other words, get a list of voting members, ad hoc members, if you will, that, you know, participate and go through the voting motions of accepting and you know, taking a roll call. And because technically we are a member, committee of the town. And so we should, there's a town committee policy, you know, we should be following it. So Jane and I are gonna work on that. And
There is a list somewhere. Who's on this committee?
yeah, well, we have to dig that up and work on it.
Diana puts it out every, in fact, it's going out today.
Yeah. The issue I have is we're not operating like the other committees we're expected to under the town, and we're not utilizing the town notice for meetings. We could be, you know.
I think she is, because
Is she,
Jane gets
is
the,
Diana
that's
doing
why
it?
she's getting the agenda out so
Well,
early.
the reason I'm a little confused is because I use the town email system
Mhm.
and it doesn't pop in there like it does
Okay,
for other meetings, and it should. Because that ensures that it gets to,
Diana,
no,
the paper.
the paper and sign line, posting on the social media. Alrighty, there's the minutes.
Make a motion to accept.
Just so you guys do know, we do get your meetings out on the community calendar, and Diana Lakeman gets them in the newspaper when she can.
Good, thank you. I appreciate the clarification. So we have a motion?
Yes. Second.
Have a second, any discussion or on the screen, if anybody wants to go through them quickly?
could you scroll down, Amber? Or is that the end of it? Okay,
Just tell me when you want me to move again, sorry.
yeah, maybe you can keep scrolling, I just want to see the end. Okay, I'm good.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous. I did go through the introductions.
Thank you, John.
There should be the.
I haven't gone through the introductions. I guess we're a small group and do we all know each other? Yeah, I didn't think we needed to go through that. So then we'll jump right into the farmers market report. Barbara.
Do I go ahead?
Yes,
Well, we're chugging right along. We have, 6 people who have filled out full-time applications and 1 person who is going to pay for one on Saturday, and she'll see if she can do more. We have 2 farmers, including Kyron Farms and Moosehead Farms and Ranch, which is an Amish establishment, very exciting. And then the other vendors are selling things like barbecue sauce, honey, handmade items, baked goods. And then we have, Jeff Ham has agreed to busk and provide music on day one and maybe thereafter. And, Russell Rogers was one of the winners of, we had a drawing for 2 gift cards complimentary of Bangor Savings, and Russ Rogers was the winner of one of them. I chatted with him when he picked up his card. He may be able to get us a barbecue food truck, because he knows, he
Oh, that would be nice.
yeah, he supplies honey to a lot of the barbecue places, so. And so I'm putting out the word as much as possible, so we're getting a lot of good word of mouth coverage, and including an article in the Bangor Daily News, and then one in the recent Lincoln News also about the farmer's market. I asked Russ about, he knows people in Pedro's Hill who do the seafood, and he said he said anyway, one of the reasons they were reluctant to come with, people didn't like to quote, walk around a market carrying seafood. So I don't know what we can do about that, except maybe provide some free insulated market bags. That's a possibility. If that becomes, maybe that's not the real issue. I don't know, but I would love to have a seafood vendor at the market.
Yeah.
So.
I have spoken with seafood vendors, their biggest, that's one of their things, but their biggest thing is they just don't, they say they don't fit.
Okay,
They try it other places, and the 2 that we get normally said they didn't feel like fit in.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you could tell them if they want to pay $10 just for one day and see how it works out. That'd be okay.
That was my question. No, never mind, answer my
Oh,
question.
yeah. If they have a peddler's permit, they can pay $10 for one Saturday, $40 for the whole summer. Is cheaper, but they don't have to if they want to try it out, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
Their,
trying to keep the economic bar really.
their reasoning sounds a little suspect because, you know, if they're set up, people wouldn't pick up that seafood until they're leaving.
They could pay for
I
it,
wouldn't.
give up, or, and most people aren't gonna stay full 3 hours anyway, but anyway, I would love to have seafood, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
And Bangor Savings is coming on the opening day with some free tote bags, market tote bags, and to talk about, I guess, to pass out some information. And we are working on we're going to have a resource table with informational pamphlets from the library, but Jane and Nicole and I are working on reaching out to nonprofits who might want to do their own resource table, because typically a farmer's market does not charge a vendor fee for nonprofits. And we'll have enough space to have, if people bring their own table. So we're working on that. And here's the budget so far. As you see, this bright logo here is a temporary design for a banner on vinyl that will be hanging from the bandstand and maybe printed on some lawn signs that will go like a election lawn sign with a little pointy frame that goes into dirt or grass. We don't know, this thanks to Nicole and Diana who put this together. We don't know if the town contract specifies that things like this have to go through design lab. So Jane is working on figuring out if we have to, if we have some agreement
Yeah.
for marketing with design lab. So.
I think they give us assistance with the marketing.
If you send me what you need for Design Lab, I could have that taken care of. It's part of our contract.
Is it? Okay. Well, you know, we don't have a lot of time before the market, so I don't know who exactly to talk to. Maybe you and Jane should talk about whether they want to put something together that can be done in time for June 3rd. If not, we have this as a backup we can offer, but we'd save $150 if they did.
Well, I think they still have to charge.
Oh, they
for it.
still have to charge.
Oh yeah, the design work, they would design it, and then that's part of our contract. Anything above and beyond that is extra.
Okay.
So
Well,
just have Jane get a hold of me, but the sooner the better. They definitely need some time because they're already working on all of our summer programming too. So
Can we send this by,
Yeah, who's designing this?
this is Nicole and Diana put it together, and
can
we
you
can.
email it to?
Can,
Actually, Amber, I was just gonna tell you, I did just email you the, oh no, maybe I didn't send it.
I
Yeah.
sent it through Google Drive. I do have those. I just don't know about where it's already been designed.
Right.
how Design Lab will go with that. So I just have to follow up on that.
This will just give you an idea of what we're there.
Yeah, give them an idea of what we're thinking of and, it's our backup design. I'm very happy with it. If they can't do it in time, we have something. It'll cost us, we wouldn't want to do it twice,
Well, it'd be nice to see the design.
yeah, to see
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
yeah. So if they can come up with a design in a week or 10 days, yeah,
I don't know about that. I mean, a week is really not enough time. I will try, but just
Okay.
have Jane call me so we can picky noodle it and see what we can do.
okay. Because I think with Staples, I think it's probably only a couple of days. Brittany, do you think for them to execute it if we give them a design?
I think I had it printed within a week. I
Okay,
think they printed on site.
Okay.
So it was pretty
Okay.
quick.
But yeah, we wouldn't, if we wind up using this one and pay 150 to Staples, I think it's okay if we wind up getting a really permanent logo from Design Lab that everybody really loves. We'll pay another 150,
Well,
to Staples, but
let's just see if we can squeeze it in the first.
let's see what we
pass.
can do. Yeah, okay. But at least we'll have something for opening day. I really would love to have it for opening day, so. Any questions about the budget? Tom has kindly said he would bring trash bags.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Just about the logo. I mean, I think when I talked to Jane, it was a little unclear, like, does Design Lab need to be involved in every design that represents the town? And if not, are we okay with this one moving forward to represent the market, at least for this summer? That's a question I would have of this committee.
You have the logo on there.
Yeah, we have the town logo. So, I mean, if people are feeling okay about this one, is that fine? Like, do we need to involve Design Lab? I mean, we obviously want to involve them in disseminating the information and the logo that we do have, or the design that we have, but
Well,
yeah, I'm biased, but I'm fine with this one.
Their services.
Wouldn't that have to be a recommendation to the council
Mhm.
where that contract is already paid? Shouldn't you guys make, as a committee of the town council, you should make a formal recommendation to the council, I would think.
Yeah, I would also argue that it's not necessarily a logo, as it
Exactly.
is just a banner design. Like for the
Right.
community garden, we created a banner. We didn't
Right.
create a logo
So,
for the.
A logo takes more time and as Randy knows, he spent a long time with the logo for Boreal and it came out really well. So Amber, maybe what we could do is reframe the conversation as we want a logo that's a logo per se, and that this is the banner for the farmer's market, but we do want a logo for the farmer's market, and they can take as long as they want for that. Basically, I think that's a good idea.
So what would we have 3 logos on here?
Well, yeah, we're getting way into the weeds here. This is getting. Why are we making it's an age-friendly committee. It's part of the age-friendly committee. Why are we making a special logo for the farmer's market?
I think the key terminology that we need to clear up here is logo versus just a design or a banner. Like when we.
Or banner, okay,
banner.
all right. We're talking whole
In the
different.
past, for example, the library, we do some of our own design work. We've helped out with a lot of programs and just made designs, put the town's logo on the bottom, and it's been fine. And to me, this falls into that bucket, and we can
Yeah.
just avoid a lot of red tape and just go forward with this. And, I think the lesson learned is we'd love to work with Design Lab in the future if we were to do this process again. And if we go forward with a logo, we would. Is that,
Well, ultimately, I'm
Yeah.
hoping that there's gonna be a website. If you look at Holton and Howland and some other places, they actually have a website for their market. They do have a logo on their website, which is different from a banner, at the event.
Right, but they're not under their age-friendly committee.
Right,
Yeah,
That's the.
maybe that should be our
but the
logo.
logo wouldn't have dates and things like that and location. It would be a recognizable logo that.
I think within the first season, it's unreasonable to think that there would be a logo, only because who knows if this is gonna stay within the age-friendly committee or within the town of Woonsocket going forward. It could be a completely separate entity, and they should have control over what their logo would be,
That's true.
rather than having something created by Design Lab.
That's a good
But
point.
this just being a banner,
Right.
I think it's great.
Could we?
Yeah, I think if you're just gonna, if this $200 for marketing, that's to have a banner done.
Yeah.
Yes,
basically.
yeah,
to buy the.
and the 2
physical-
lawn signs, directional thing.
We gotta get approval, we have to make, we have to make a
Invoice to the town.
a warrant to the council.
Right.
Council has to approve it. That's
Right,
kind of-
exactly. So can we
I
basically,
think that's,
come to
yeah,
an
that's
agree-
what you.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. It's
Now
like
we're
a
on the
durable
same-
post.
Now we're on the same page.
so can we say we have a consensus today that this is fine for a banner? And that we would like to make a motion that the council approve using $200 from our fees for this, ordering this banner?
Now, your budget doesn't start until July 1st, correct?
June 3rd.
June 3rd.
June 3rd, okay, so that's when it opened up, I just wanna make sure, so I can make a note to
Time is
tell
short.
Jane.
No. You're talking the $3,000,
Yeah,
that doesn't start till July 1st.
this is separate, though, I just wanna make sure I can tell Jane that she needs to come up with, put an order in for the next
Well,
meeting.
We do have the money right now at the town office. We have $250 from vendors' fees for the farmers market specifically.
Perfect, I'm just taking notes, that's all, I wanna make sure I didn't mix anything up. Thank you.
We're
So-
working on revising the process for,
Right,
funding committees with their own money, basically.
right.
But, for now, it's just whatever every other expenditure is, goes through an order. I think the manager has a discretion of a certain amount. And if it's under 250, he could probably, knowing he has the money in hand,
Okay,
approve this. But
okay,
I did send an email out today regarding that process.
okay.
For the
Right.
events committee, we have to put any approval in for an order, so.
They're, as Louis says, they're looking to change that, the way, that money's all approved, it shouldn't have to go back again.
Yeah.
To be
It should be
Unless it's a big amount.
should be just under the manager's,
Right.
authority for like, say, up to $500. And then he can just put it in the warrants and it gets paid.
Okay,
And
okay.
then like over $500, maybe we do an, order,
Okay,
separate order.
So maybe we start with that route, try to get it under the manager's discretionary amount, and if that for some reason doesn't work, I could also imagine the library fronting that and getting reimbursed,
Yes, that's
One-
not a problem.
you know.
We'll do that.
Okay.
Because time is getting short.
okay, great. So I think that's it from my report. Diane, I feel like I want to share the challenge news.
Well,
I thought we were not here.
Yeah.
Okay.
as long as it doesn't get in the minutes and,
Okay, oh, that's right, we can't. Okay.
and there's nobody on.
I know,
Let's. Wait a minute.
okay.
I know you're excited,
I know.
Never blame you.
Okay.
so
Just a quick, any questions for me about any of this?
the marketing is for the banner.
Yeah.
And, okay,
And potentially advertising. Right now, we're using word of mouth and free radio ads, so we're
what
not.
is janitor supplies? Yeah, toilet supplies,
That would have been trash bags.
okay, and what is fixtures and furniture?
Table.
I think, okay, thank you.
You're gonna reimburse Tom for his trash bags now?
Which right now. We're looking at one table, right? Is that what we're still
Yes,
looking at?
and right now,
We
none of
have-
this has actually been spent. And it was just, when we were talking about, it, we want to cover our bases so that.
We
it's
can
in
use
the-
an eight, we have an eight friendly table,
Okay,
that we will leave down in
Oh,
the,
perfect. Great.
good to know.
whenever I get a key.
Wait, I thought you had the key.
No, I don't have the key, it's still working.
Okay.
I'm guaranteed I will have a key in time to get things set up.
Okay, because Brittany needs electricity for the
Oh, I,
refrigerator.
that's all,
Okay, okay, good.
that, I got a key to that, I just don't have a key to the shaft.
Okay, oh, that's right.
Okay, so are we, all satisfied with farmers market update?
No, I got something else on the farmer's market. Yeah, quite a conversation with a gentleman today. I'm just bringing this here to ask your opinion. In our application, it says music. So what does it mean by music? If I was Jude Ippoliti, I'm not, if I was Jude Ippoliti, okay, and I sing, and I had my own CD of no on it, or, could I bring that to the farmer's market and sell it?
I think that's a town office decision where it's considered a peddler or not.
No, it's not considered a peddler, it can't be a peddler because it's published.
Okay,
Yeah, and it's not produced by him, it's produced by a corporation somewhere.
Okay, but Tim Calorie, like, is everybody familiar with Tim?
Yeah,
Tim sells his books at all,
He
Fine,
actually
fine.
asked for an application. I sent him one.
yeah, well, he got turned down by town,
Did he?
by town office, yeah,
Why?
because that's not,
peddling.
it's not, you can't get a peddler's permit for something that's manufactured, that's published.
He was at Trails End.
No, that's not a, market.
It was, that was an unknown event.
Is there some other kind of license that would
So-
cover that?
Well, no, what my question is, do we want something like that at the
Yeah,
craft fair, at the,
yeah.
I think it's an
Farmers
addition. I
market.
think it's a good thing to have there.
if we do, we can make an exception to that. But then we gotta realize if somebody else comes in and wants to sell books.
Yeah, products. You know what I mean?
Well, he talked about books that he
Instant
wrote.
knives.
It has to be,
Absolutely, those are main, I mean, I'm not either way on this.
they can't sell books unless they're the author, I would say.
Yeah, but then you want just any author, I mean, I don't see this happening, but let's play devil's advocate here. You want any author to be able to come in and sell books.
I would, and you
That
may
may
not,
not be main related books.
if they're a main author, I would say yes.
Okay,
Well, you're talking making all kinds of rules that not in existence right now. For peddling in Milwaukee. Because we give peddlers permits. Which is what we're doing in this case, right?
well, no, he wouldn't,
So-
Louis, he wouldn't get a peddler's permit, because he wouldn't be able to go peddle those on the hill. He'd have to get a vendor's permit for all he would do is at farmer's market.
Oh,
my
it's
It's the only place he can sell them,
Single event, is that,
or the summer, or.
Well,
Yeah.
so, but you said he got turned down for the farmer's market. He wasn't wanting to sell on Peddler's Hill.
Our rules say you have to have,
peddler's
Cause
permit?
I don't,
Permit.
I'm not gonna be selling better so, but I'm only gonna be the farmers.
But the rules say you have to have
fall
a
under-
peddler's
you fall
permit.
under the rules of peddling, because. You're producing your own,
So you're saying
You need
strictly
both.
for authors, that's how it would be, you would only need a vendor application.
well, and then I'll have to, Peter's out,
you
I'll have
kind of,
to talk to Peter and get some clarification
Yeah,
on what
yeah,
his
kind of
thoughts are on
splitting
it
hairs.
too.
you're kind of splitting hairs.
That's where absolutely are.
But I think, I'm glad it came up because I was gonna write, I'm a member of the Maine Publishers and Writers Association. I was gonna reach out to them and then tell them to invite authors, but I'm glad I didn't do that yet, so. Okay.
Yeah, the rules for peddling in Milwaukee, for getting up peddlers. And we're including them in this event, is that they produce their own product at home, not in a facility elsewhere or whatever.
So it's a gray area if they wrote it, but they don't print it themselves. kind of.
Can I ask how then they do like the Memorial Day baskets and things up on Peddler's Hill? Because I know that they're taking something that they've bought online and crafting from that. Whereas when I think of a book, they're
Well,
taking
if
the words that they've
If they're
used.
taking something online, that's just their source material, they're creating something with it,
They created the book. I mean, they like,
yeah,
Wrote
like
it.
finished product.
We need an intellectual
I
property.
hear you,
from
but
it.
the problem,
The difference is the finished product is being created by a publisher versus being created by the person selling it
What if it was a main
and
publisher?
creating
though?
it in their home.
Does that
That's
make a
the other
difference?
thing.
they can't get a peddler's license.
Okay.
They're just,
Okay.
it's not part of the
Can we get,
criteria. What, just quickly to answer your.
Yeah.
The reason we allow them to do that is because they have buying the flowers wherever. Or, and arranging them in the
Arranging them.
baskets.
Yeah,
So
doing
there's
the
a craft,
crafting at home.
selling as a craft.
It's like a
I know
home
that's a
occupation.
really fine line, but
okay,
Buying components and
yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
creating something.
Which is what we said all along, if somebody was doing crafts, like if they bought their craft material
right,
from
And they put-
Oriental Trader and they
They put it
build and they make,
together.
yeah.
But
it's
it's-
still a craft.
it really makes us seem very parochial if a main author published by a main publisher can't sell a book at a
Well,
local
it's
fair.
because of what Peddlers,
Yeah.
what Peddlers Hill is designed.
Right, well, this is a slightly different animal, right, the farmer's market, so.
Well, you
Let's-
know, you could take the summer and get a change to that policy.
Yeah,
But you gotta go through the council,
Okay.
and you know how that works.
okay, but I think it would do us really well if we want to start becoming a destination for things like farmers
Authors.
markets and music at Boreal and Theater. To say that you can, if you're a main author or your book was published by a main publisher, that you can qualify. to
Well,
sell.
like a similar thing would be the artists that come. and peddle. They've created their painting, they framed it and they brought it to the place.
Right. So we do have an artist who paid a one-time fee and she's planning to sell her art. That's okay, right? Or not?
She can get a peddler's if
Well, I don't know how
she's
she, I don't know what she got a peddler's under.
she created the product and she does it at home, she's not having it.
Okay,
I'm just
Commercial
thinking of
activity.
the checks, Louis, and I don't know what you would check off her box for that.
She did get a peddler's license.
she did get a
She's right
peddler.
there.
license.
Yeah, she's right
Oh,
here.
okay,
Mary McMahon, Mary McMahon.
yeah.
No, it's a really interesting point, but I want you to weigh in, Randy. What's your opinion?
Homemade arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts. Okay.
Homemade arts and crafts is what
Okay.
she's,
And that's what she's doing.
and she's.
All you have to do is say
She's
it,
doing pictures.
Yeah,
and
painting.
writing and music, you can add.
But yeah, it's stuff she's done at home, she hasn't had no
Right,
commercial activity to
Right.
do it for.
right.
That's the thing. The whole idea was not to interfere with commercial activity.
Okay. So,
That's-
yeah, maybe
that-
we have to give up that idea of books and,
Or think about other policies over the
Well, no.
summer and
Yeah.
go through the process
You
and,
could,
you know.
like I said, you can get.
We can get-
You can get an amendment to any
Yeah.
policy we have, you just have to go through the council and,
Yeah.
But I'm going to bring it, so the committee. I'm taking it that the committee would all like to see him be able to sell books.
oh, yeah.
yeah.
Let me talk to Peter and see what his
But you
take
think
on
that
it is
would
too.
be a feather in our cap too?
But
Sounds fair to me.
we're gonna allow selling of books, you wanna put parameters,
Main author or main publisher?
Yeah, it's got, yeah, yes.
Doesn't have to be
Yeah.
subject of main, but main author or main publisher.
I
Well, I
mean,
don't want some book about Wyoming being sold in Ireland.
you
Yeah, it's
go.
a
I
main
don't
author.
care about Wyoming.
but
well,
you never know, right?
You know,
I know for the craft fair during the marathon, they've had to have a lot of these conversations about who they can allow there and how, what is handmade, and they might be, you know, they could weigh in on something like this and what are their
Yeah.
criteria, so.
I mean, I'll live with whatever they decide, but I would love to see it main author or main publisher.
We can
Let me just see where I,
Talk with her.
Yeah, yeah,
let me see where I can go with this.
okay, great,
All right, okay, moving along, then.
okay, fine, quick, yeah, go ahead.
We're all set?
Yep.
Okay. M dash, the next meeting of M dash is scheduled for Thursday, June 15 at 2 P.M. to 3:30. And our next age-friendly committee meeting is Tuesday, June 20th. 3 P.M.
Louis, can I ask you where the M dash meeting is gonna be? Is it here?
It's, yeah,
It's typically here or on Zoom.
yeah, sometimes it's totally Zoom. I didn't do partners update, I don't know what partners we have around here. I don't see
That's
anything.
what we were talking
I
about.
see you on the list here, Randy, I'm in business.
Oh. All right, so the books and all that,
Also-
okay.
Just for an update, what we're gonna do, for trash cans, is we're gonna have 2 permanent trash cans in the park. Public Works is working on that for me right now, that will be there all the time.
Cool.
And then we will have, I'm gonna start with 2 in the parking lot. If we need more, we can up it from that. I don't know how much trash are we actually going to, you know,
We don't know.
I don't think we're gonna actually be producing a lot of trash.
If there's a food truck that might be.
It would just be if there was, if we had a food vendor there, yes, but
Or people bring.
I had a food vendor call me, I had a food truck call me.
Oh, yeah,
And, yeah. Not interested,
okay,
on Old Town.
We'll let you cover it for the first time, see how it works out.
He's not interested, well, I told him, he thought he could just come, didn't need to do anything.
Is the ice-
He was very strict on,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So there'll be some ice cream.
ice cream truck wouldn't go.
yeah, and people might come with a Dunkin' Donuts cup or something, you know. to the market.
It's usually better to have something there
Oh, for sure.
rather than, you know, if there's not anything, you're gonna just end up with a mess somewhere. So, but I don't.
Oh, no,
think
we'll,
it's-
no, we'll
yeah.
have it anyway,
Yeah.
and then I'll just take care of them that night. And every morning I'll have it ready for you
Okay,
at 7. and then you-
Okay. okay. I'm planning to be there from 8 to 1, just to look at it.
Not gonna close the park every morning at 7 o'clock, close the bandstand.
It's gonna be a work in progress.
How many power people do we know? Do we know how many?
Main power, so far, only Brittany has asked about it, so, but,
And yours is just regular 110, Ricky?
Yeah, it's just a small mini fridge.
we'll know after day one when some of the issues are.
Anything else? Entertain a
Motion to
motion.
adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Second.
Second. Second by Diana. All in favor?
Fine.
Another unanimous.
Thank you, Amber.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amber.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Have a great night, everyone.